The Brave Girl and the Three Trials. A village in harmony. In the heart of a lush valley surrounded by forests that whispered secrets to the winds and mountains that stood like ancient guardians, there was a small village named Ensan. Here, life was simple, yet fulfilling. The villagers lived in harmony with nature, farming the fertile land and drawing water from rivers that flowed like veins through the valley. Children laughed in the fields, their games echoing joy, while elders shared stories of old by the fire under the vast starlit sky. Amara, a young girl of 13, lived in this village. Orphaned when she was only 5, she grew up under the care of the entire community. Though her life had been touched by sorrow, Amara's heart remained untainted by bitterness. She was known for her willingness to help, whether it was fetching water for the elders, gathering herbs for the sick, or comforting children with her kind words. Her courage and resilience earned her the love of the village, but no one could have foreseen that this little girl with a kind smile and quiet strength would one day face challenges that would test her very soul: the curse on the land. One year, the village's harmony was shattered. The rains stopped falling, the rivers shrank to mere trickles, and the once fertile fields turned to barren dust. The villagers' livestock grew frail, and even the most resourceful farmers couldn't coax life from the parched earth. The once happy laughter of children faded into cries of hunger, and despair settled like a heavy fog over Insan. The village elder, Baba Okoro, a man whose wisdom was revered across the valley, gathered the villagers under the shade of the great baobab tree. His deep voice carried both authority and sorrow as he addressed them.
"Our suffering is no accident," he said, his eyes scanning the worried faces before him. "The forest spirit is angry with us. We have taken too much from the land, forgetting the balance that must be kept. Now we must pay the price."
A murmur of fear rippled through the crowd. Baba Okoro raised his hand for silence.
"There is a way to lift the curse," he continued. "Deep within the forbidden forest lies the Spirit Stone, the source of the forest spirit's power. To retrieve it, one must face 3 trials, each more perilous than the last. Only a pure heart can succeed. Who among us will undertake this journey?"
Silence fell. No one dared to volunteer. The forbidden forest was a place of dark legends, filled with creatures and dangers that no one wished to face. Then, to everyone's astonishment, Amara stepped forward. Though small and slender, her posture was resolute.
"I will go," she said, her voice steady and clear.
Gasps and murmurs of disbelief spread through the crowd. Baba Okoro regarded her with a mix of concern and admiration. "Child, do you understand the dangers that await you?" he asked. "I do," Amara replied, "but I cannot stand by while my people suffer. If there is even a chance to save the village, I must try." Touched by her courage, the villagers prepared her for the journey. They gave her a satchel of food, a wooden staff for protection, and their blessings. At dawn, Amara set off, her heart both heavy and hopeful. Into the forbidden forest. The forbidden forest was unlike anything Amara had imagined. Towering trees blocked out the sunlight, their gnarled branches forming eerie shapes. The air was cool and damp, filled with the sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal cries. As she walked, Amara whispered a prayer to the forest spirit, asking for guidance. After hours of navigating the dense undergrowth, she reached her first trial. The first trial. The raging river. Before her lay a wide, raging river, its waters dark and swift. Venomous snakes coiled on the rocks, their eyes gleaming with malice. Their hissing filled the air, a warning to any who dared cross. Amara's heart raced, but she forced herself to think clearly. Observing the river, she noticed that the snakes only reacted when disturbed. Slowly, she began gathering large stones, testing each for stability. Step by careful step, she created a path across the river. Midway through, a snake raised its head, blocking her way. Its fangs glistened, and its body coiled as if ready to strike. Amara crouched and spoke softly. "I mean no harm, friend. she said. "I only wish to pass and restore balance to our land." The snake regarded her for a moment before slithering away. With a grateful heart, Amara completed her crossing and knelt on the far bank, whispering thanks to the spirit for her safety. The second trial, the talking baobab tree. Deeper into the forest, Amara encountered a massive baobab tree with a trunk so wide it seemed to hold up the sky. As she approached, the tree's eyes opened, glowing with a warm amber light. Its deep voice resonated through the clearing. "Who dares disturb my rest?" it boomed. Amara stepped forward, unflinching. "I am Amara of Insan," she said. "I seek the spirit stone to save my village. Please grant me passage." The tree chuckled, its branches creaking like old doors. "To pass, you must prove your wisdom. Answer my riddles, and I will let you continue. Fail, and you will become stone, rooted here forever." Amara nodded, her heart pounding. The tree asked the first riddle. "What grows stronger the more you share it?" Amara smiled. "Love," she replied. The second riddle came. "What belongs to you but is used by others?" "My name," Amara answered without hesitation. The third and final riddle was the hardest. "What is more valuable than gold but cannot be held?" Amara thought deeply, then said, "Time." The tree laughed, a sound like rustling leaves in a storm. "You are wise, child, you may pass." The ground before her split open, revealing a narrow path leading deeper into the forest. The final trial, the vision of her mother. The forest grew darker and quieter until Amara found herself in a serene meadow bathed in golden light. In its center stood her mother, smiling warmly. "Amara, my child," her mother said, her voice as soft as the wind. "You've endured so much. Come stay with me. You don't have to suffer anymore." Tears streamed down Amara's face. She longed to run into her mother's arms, but deep down, she knew this was a test. "Mother," she said, her voice trembling, "I love you, but my people need me. I cannot stay." The vision dissolved, and in its place stood the entrance to a dark cave. Steeling herself, Amara stepped inside. The Spirit Stone. In the cave's depths, the Spirit Stone rested on an altar, glowing softly. As Amara reached for it, a towering figure appeared, the forest spirit itself, its eyes like burning coals. "You have passed my trials," it said. "But tell me, why do you seek the stone?" Amara bowed her head. "I seek it not for myself, but to save my village. They are suffering, and I cannot stand by and do nothing." The spirit studied her for a long moment, then nodded. "Your heart is pure. Take the stone and restore balance." Amara grasped the stone, feeling its warmth fill her with strength. The return. As she emerged from the forest, the land began to heal. Rivers flowed again, crops sprouted, and the village thrived once more. When Amara returned, she was met with cheers and tears of gratitude. Baba Okoro declared her a hero, and the people celebrated her bravery. From that day on, Amara's story was told for generations, a timeless reminder of the power of courage, wisdom, and selflessness.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can check out more videos in my channel.